Luxury is not always expensive. Is it? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
I hope you know my butt is tagging. You know this cookies for the bag. Kitty, kitty, baby, get her things to rest. Cause you done beat it like the 68 Jets.
what's going on, everybody? It's the one and the only, the first and the finest, Miss Right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new here, what's poppin'? If you're old, hey, I missed you. If you tuned into my last vlog, then you did see that I, in fact, moved to Atlanta. I am in my new apartment, my own home, my own space, and I absolutely adore it. And if you watch it to the end, you would know that I promised you guys a little snippet on how I made it look the way that I did in the short amount of time, in addition to the budgeting. So to sum all of this up, my space, in my opinion, is beautiful. I love it, I adore it, and it feels very much like home. But the best part about it was that I did not go broke in the process. So right now, what you are about to learn is a few tips on how to make your space look gorgeous, how to make your space look expensive, and how to do it for the low. So let's get into it. One of the first things that I learned from my mother, who is a decor specialist currently in design school and interior decorating school. One of the first things that I did learn from her when we were buying furniture for my new space was, in order to make a space look luxurious or expensive, one of the most important things is to make it look bigger. Space is key, and one of the best ways to look like you have more space than you do is to have a lot of glass. So, as you can see, I used a lot of glass in my space. I have a glass coffee table and a glass end table. I have a glass dining room table, and also in my space I have a mirror right when you walk into the door. I did this so that it can make the space look bigger because it's see-through, it's not clunky and taking up space. It's open, and my coffee table has a nesting area underneath of it, so I can store things but also, you know, make it look cute. So that's what I did there. The bigger, the more open, the better. My spot is about 750 square feet, but I think I made it look spacious. I made it look spacious, so that's that. Another really important tip that I learned when moving in here to make sure that it looks expensive and classy was minimalism. So this is tricky for me, at least, because I have a lot of things. So if you are anything like me, don't fret. It is possible to make it look like there are less things in your space. In order to make something look expensive, you want to imagine that you have more storage than you do. The more things that you have out in the open, the less, you know, bougie it looks. It looks like you don't want to look like a hoarder. You don't want to look like you're a collector of things. So a key way to make sure that it is you still have all of your things, you're not throwing it all away, but you're making it look minimal, is to have things like this nesting space that I have in my entertainment center. I have a bunch of different storage cubes. For this reason, it is easy for me to have all of my things tucked away. Everything has a place. I am not just, you know, throwing random stuff in boxes, but I made sure that I did that with my entertainment center so that, you know, it could serve a dual purpose. Like I mentioned with my coffee table, I did not want to have an immense amount of things there, so I kept that small, minimal. Even in the entertainment center, I have nesting boxes for that reason, so it's not a bunch of junk cluttered into all of the individual cubes. It is covered up. You don't see all the stuff I got, but I got a lot of stuff. I use my closet. Hooks will be your best friend because you can use things for dual purposes. So the last vlog, I did not open up my closet because then I was a little, but it ain't really too much. That is a flat foam mattress pad that I could use when I have guests to sleep on my bed, on my sofa bed, because my sofa turns into a bed. But this is what I was talking about. So instead of having your iron out in your laundry room or out in your bathroom, I had this hook, and it just so happens to have a hook on the back, so it saves space. Concealed. See how that is? Classy. Another easy example would be for my laundry room. So this is what my laundry room looks like. Very small. I have another storage container in here, and that, along with the suitcases, have my winter clothes in it. As we were getting into spring, you know, had to get rid of them, and I'm in Atlanta. It's getting hot out here. This is what I devised for my towels and washcloths. Now, a lot of people would see this open space underneath of the sink and be like, okay, you got space, just put some shelves under there and put your towels and your washcloths right there. I didn't have a linen closet for sheets, towels, and washcloths, and I initially was like, oh, MFG, what am I gonna do? I had bought a tension rod and the little hooks to hang it, and I was like, I'm gonna make a hook and all this other stuff. But then I was like, I found this little handy dandy hanging organizer at Target, and I'm like, boom, because guess what? What did I do? I had 2 more hooks. This organizer has hooks on them. I put all my towels and washcloths in here, and it tucks away, boom, into my laundry room. Done, finished. See what I'm saying? As well with the minimalism, you have these covered. This is a shelf in itself, and it's on wheels, but I took the wheels off so it could fit under there. But it's on wheels and it's a shelf. You could just have things sitting on here, but how do you make it look expensive? How do you make it look bougie? How do you make it look classy? You cover it up. These little nesting drawers are very cheap, they're very cute, and they keep things consistent, which is the next thing on my list. One of the next tips that I have for making your space look expensive is consistency, as I mentioned earlier. So in order to, I don't know, liven your space up, you're going to have extra things. There's no way that you can just make it look empty all the time. But if you try to make your things look consistent, I think it makes it look more expensive and more classy. So as I mentioned with the drawers in there, I don't have like a white drawer and a black drawer. I don't have a drawer on the bottom, no drawer on the top. That is for consistency. Same thing with the entertainment center. Even with my lamps. So you can look over here. I have a matte black shade on that lamp. Same thing here. Did I buy, those are not from the same place. I made them look consistent. Actually, my mother did. So that lamp actually had a white shade. My mom went to Ollie's and got 2 black lampshades. They're very cheap. I think less than $10, maybe like $5 or so. Or cheaper than that. So she got 2, one for this lamp and one for that lamp. Now they look more consistent. This lamp, in fact, was white. She taped around the top and the bottom, spray painted those fancier gold. I think they might have already been gold, but they just looked a little rusted. And then she spray painted the base a matte black, and she got this shade from Ollie's. The lamp is from the thrift store. Yeah, girl. It's a thrift store find, much like a lot of the other things in this space, which I will get to. But last note on consistency, things coming in 3s. My mom taught me that as well. Basically, if you have like decor pieces, it's good to have things come in 3s and maybe in various sizes so that it looks consistent but still adds a little bit of an edge. A good example is what I have over here by my entertainment center. Here I have 3 jars on the floor. One has my pampas in it. It is a black vase. These other 2 are black and gold vases, I guess. I don't really know. But yes, that way it's like small, medium, large. These 2 are the same, so it's consistent, but it's giving you variety. Now I have the nesting boxes. And it's still simple. Don't mind the cords and all that. It'll be tucked away looking cute later, but you get the vibe. I also don't have a bunch of pictures in here, so I thought about having more. Then my mom got me this really cute photo album that stays right underneath the table, so I'm like, bet I don't need to do that. I did leave out this one, obviously because I love him, but I want people to think that a man lives here with me. So ladies, if you are living alone, it is important to have pieces or items or articles of clothing near the door, near the open living space, in case for any reason you gotta get work done, you gotta get maintenance done, and men are coming in and out of your home. It is important to make it seem as though you are not a young woman living alone, because they pay attention to things like that. And it's something that you don't really think about, but I had someone drop off my washer and dryer, and he was asking me all these questions. And I know that, you know, I'm from the north. Someone actually referred to me and said, are you from up top? And I had no idea what that meant. I was like, and I was like, yeah, I guess so. I guess I am from the north. Basically, once he got the vibe that I wasn't from here, he's like, oh, you're here alone? You got a family or kids? Are you here alone? Like, you came here all the way here by yourself? Like, just ask me all these questions. And I know, like, you know, down south people be making conversation and they just be friendly and all of that. But don't be in my house asking me if I live alone. I was like, no, I don't. My man lives here. Right after that, I made sure I had enough things out here so people don't play with my body. Like, this is not that. So for safety reasons, if you have a weapon, also try to keep that near the door. But yeah, it's good to have little inklings or tips for intruders that you are not a lady alone. Random tip, has nothing to do with being expensive, but more so being alive. Yeah. So what did I say so far? We said glass, having glass accents in your home, minimalism, concealing as much as you can, and coming up with interesting ways to store things, and consistency. So making sure that all of your items, whether they be accessories or just decor, it's better to have them consistent or, you know, in groups of 3. Last but not least, well, another one for me would definitely be, do not go out and cash out and go broke trying to purchase things that you've seen other people have in their luxury apartments. I want all of you guys to really, let's reevaluate and redefine the word luxury. Luxury is not always expensive. Is it? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I personally feel as though you can make any space luxurious and expensive looking without it costing that same amount. So whether the piece itself is expensive, you can make it look expensive. Nearly everything that I got in here is from some type of secondhand situation. My couch even is a $600 futon. I don't have a big plush like fancy couch. I did want one. I wanted a gray one, low-key L-shaped, but my cousin had this in storage and she wasn't using it. She asked me if I wanted it, like, and it's free and it's nice. I showed y'all, you know, ain't no rips or tears or nothing like that. It gets the job done and it was free. So I think one important part, all right, so another tip, another important part of making your space look luxurious is to not go out of your way to spend so much on something that you thought you wanted, and don't hold it near and dear to you as if because you don't have that specific piece, then it won't be what you wanted it to be. So if you come across something that is luxury, these chairs, very nice. They're from Wayfair. They're like a velour felt vibe. They were from Habitat for Humanity at $25 each. Same thing, the pillowcase was at the thrift store. I think they were $3 each. The moral of that story is blue was not in my initial color scheme and I wanted a gray couch. But I found pieces that gave a luxury vibe and I didn't force myself to retreat back to my original idea and do what I saw on Pinterest and on YouTube. I was like, okay, how can I make this work? I tied it in. I used the pillows. Like, it's not that serious. I was like, oh, you know, blue is really not my favorite color, and I really do not want to make that a thing all over the house. There has to be like a little point of blue. My mom talked me off the edge and said, you can make it work. That is a statement piece. It's a expensive looking piece, and with the gold in the chairs, tie that in with the black and gold around here, period. Now it looks expensive. These nesting tables, the coffee table and the end table, they were in the as-is section at IKEA, and we got them for $30 cheaper than they were. I think they were 100 and we got them for 60, or they were 60 and we got them for 30, something like that. I'll clear it up. The dining room table set, I think I got that for maybe 140 from Habitat for Humanity. The marble pieces inside were hand cut by my dad. The entertainment center was $45 at Habitat for Humanity. Made it work. Initially, we're like, oh, we're hanging the TV. Do I still have place to hang the TV? Yeah, I have a hook and everything. But how convenient is it to have all of that storage space? Dumb convenient. So I got that joint, and it works perfectly. Everything is tied together perfectly. This carpet is from Ollie's. I think it was $45. It was $45. Like, so the point is, do not hang yourself up on certain things that you've seen other people do and that are deemed luxury or expensive, and feel like you have to live up to that in order for it to be that. Basically, you can make your space look exactly how you want, as expensive looking as you want, as flawless as you want, and you can do it for any price, and you can do it your own way. So with that being said, I hope that this vlog was informative and was insightful to everyone, especially those who are trying to get their own spot and trying to decorate their own spot and just getting into your own space in general. I think that it is such a beautiful feeling to feel like you have done something for yourself on your own, and it definitely helps to have some nice little tips for like food for thought. Basically, there's no rule book on how to do this, on how to do it and not go broke, on how to do it and still make it look nice. I'm blessed to be able to say I moved in 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I have everything that I need. It's a lot of people who have to do this on their own, who have to do this with no help at all, who have to do this and, you know, are still a work in progress, and there's other things to be done. People still have to work, and like, people don't take off to decorate. Like, you take off for that 1 to 2 days that you move in, and that's it. So just take your time, enjoy your space. It's your space no matter how it looks, and don't try to keep up with the trends. Just do what you want to do for you, and I promise you it'll be a trend in itself. So I don't know, I hope my spi's a little trendy. I hope it's a vibe. I hope it's an aesthetic. But more than anything, it's mine, and I love it, and I hope y'all love it too. So I hope this was helpful. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video, and thank you for watching. See y'all later.